They was to do 5-6 rounds. Why you want to do 5-6 if you knock him out before? If was the fight was over. The fight was over. The more you do is just extras. Michael home today.
Go. Go. Yeah. Go. Come and get me, Mike. Come on. There we go. That's it right there. Perfect. That's one. Good one. Nice. Go. Come and get me, Mike. Let's go. There we go. Best round yet. Best round yet. Let's go. Come on, Mike. There we go. Using those legs.
As the fight of the year gets closer, Mike Tyson is completing the final day of his training camp with complete focus and determination as he prepares to face Jake Paul. The atmosphere inside Tyson's camp has been intense, with his team following a demanding routine that combines the power, speed, and technique that once made him known as the baddest man on the planet.
Very better to the body.
You're right, Coach.
Mike, maybe need 10 seconds. Put 10 seconds.
At 58, Tyson's preparation has combined classic boxing exercises with modern conditioning methods designed to protect his stamina, strength, and explosiveness. His schedule includes difficult strength and fitness sessions, long sparring rounds, and rapid pad drills designed to keep his punches quick. His trainers say Tyson's intensity remains extremely high, while his discipline during these final days shows just how...
He wants to be there. He wants to one more time entertain people. He's a fighter, but he likes to entertain people. It is what he fights for. He fights for all those people he can see in the street. The people come to him and say, "You are the people's champ." So this is really motivating him to be in the gym from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. every.
Physically, Tyson has followed a program built around intense interval training and mobility work to make sure he reaches the ring in top condition. His stamina has improved through endurance circuits and cardio exercises designed for the quick exchanges expected during the bout. Even though he is the oldest fighter involved, Tyson continues to show impressive adaptability by using methods from his prime while adding newer techniques suited to his current age.
Expect the biggest fight of the history. Why? Because we talk about Mike Tyson. We talk about Netflix, live on Netflix, something that never had before. Things like that you just can do with a name like Mike Tyson.
With Paul almost 3 decades younger than him, Tyson and his team have carefully developed a strategy for the matchup. Tyson has concentrated on improving his trademark attacks, including powerful body punches and fast combinations to the head that once made him one of boxing's most dangerous fighters. At the same time, his camp has placed extra attention on defensive exercises designed to deal with Paul's longer reach and youthful movement. Sources from inside the camp say Tyson has also been practicing counterpunching because they expect Paul to move forward aggressively. His team wants him to take advantage of Jake's habit of lunging forward and leaving openings that Tyson's power can punish. Trainers have focused his sparring on timing, positioning, and movement, all of which could become vital against Paul's reach advantage. The plan is to produce a classic Tyson performance, using powerful bursts of energy to gradually break down his younger opponent.
Excellent, Mike. Excellent, Mike. Well, you break him. Unpredictable. Exactly, Mike. Beautiful roll, Mike. Excellent. Excellent.
For longtime boxing followers as well as casual fans, this matchup offers a spectacle unlike anything else. A legendary heavyweight champion known for devastating knockout power facing a rising fighter who went from internet celebrity to professional boxer sounds almost like a storyline from a boxing movie. Social media has exploded with training footage, promotional pictures, and fan predictions, with many debating whether Jake Paul's youth and reach can overcome Tyson's experience and natural strength. A recent interview with Stephen A. Smith also provided a closer look at Tyson's mindset and preparation, including a very direct message for his challenger. At 58, Tyson is training with an intensity that reminds many people of his younger years, determined to show that he can still be a dangerous force inside the ring. During the interview, Tyson revealed that he has been sparring 8 rounds several times each week while working constantly to preserve his timing, strength, and conditioning. "I feel in great condition," he told Smith, making it clear that he does not believe his age is preventing him from performing at a high level. The former champion also sounded confident when he said, "I think I'm going to be able to handle the situation," showing that he feels ready for the major age difference between himself and Paul. Smith then pushed for more details, wanting to know whether Tyson planned to be cautious against the 27-year-old Paul or whether he was preparing to pursue a knockout. Tyson answered with a cold and confident expression, saying, "I think I'm going to hurt him." Those words immediately spread across sports media and social platforms, creating even more excitement and debate about how aggressive Tyson will be once the opening bell rings. The boxing legend has continued sharpening his abilities with Brazilian trainer Rafael Cordeiro, whose work has emphasized strength and endurance while leaving no room for laziness. Tyson says his current routine still looks surprisingly similar to the training schedule he followed during his best years, including daily sparring, strength work, conditioning, and tactical preparation. Tyson explained that the focus remains on the basics, adding that fighters must give everything they have during multiple daily sessions. Despite his confidence, Tyson understands that Paul may choose to fight defensively, using constant movement to avoid his biggest punches. In a recent discussion with Mike Ducey of Fox 4 Dallas-Fort Worth, Tyson addressed that possibility directly, saying he could not imagine Paul running for the entire fight and suggesting that he is prepared to adjust and trap his opponent. Tyson's team has also released short looks at the veteran's frightening intensity during camp. One recent video showed him landing a powerful shot on a sparring partner before Cordeiro quickly stopped the session. For many fans, the footage confirmed that Tyson is treating this comeback seriously and wants to remind everyone why he was once considered one of boxing's most intimidating figures. With the fight only days away, fans are debating not just the result but also what Tyson might do afterward. Some supporters want to see him face old rival Evander Holyfield or possibly meet Lennox Lewis again. For now, however, Tyson remains focused on November 15th and wants to prove that the explosive knockout power that defined his legacy is still there. In New York, the crowd became deafening as supporters rallied around Tyson, while Paul received a completely different welcome when he appeared. The audience responded with loud boos that nearly covered his entrance. Tyson, meanwhile, was treated like a returning champion, with fans cheering his every movement. Speaking to the New York crowd, Paul told them to quiet down and even suggested that they should be booing themselves instead. He then mocked the city by comparing it with Mike Tyson, saying both had once been great, but had lost some of their former edge before adding more insults about New York's reputation.
"Hey, New York, shut the fuck up, New York. Hey, boo yourselves. Boo yourselves, New York. Hey, New York, New York, New York, you're just like Mike Tyson. You were good 20 years ago. You, New York. You. Dumb."
During the press conference, Paul appeared noticeably irritated after making an aggressive statement earlier in the night in which he vowed to kill Tyson. Although he admitted that he respected and admired Mike Tyson, Paul said their friendship had ended and insisted that November 15th would be the night he knocked Tyson out and proved himself the real winner. He repeatedly called Tyson old and claimed he would teach him a lesson the same way someone would teach a son. Tyson, meanwhile, confirmed that he was ready to compete and explained that he had returned to training after briefly stepping away on medical advice. He confirmed that the fight remained scheduled and sounded confident about his preparation. Tyson acknowledged that an illness had caused a short interruption but reassured supporters that he had recovered and was currently feeling healthy. He stressed that he was fully prepared and would allow his performance inside the ring to answer all questions once the fight officially began.
Good, Mike.
All right, big. Yes, go here again. No.
A UFC legend recently discussed the huge amount of money Mike Tyson is expected to earn for fighting Jake Paul. The bout was originally planned for July 20th at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, but the highly anticipated event was unexpectedly delayed in June. Later that month, reports emerged that November 15th had been selected as the new date, with Netflix preparing to broadcast the fight live. In a statement, Most Valuable Promotions co-founder Nakisa Bidarian explained that everyone involved had worked hard to find a new date that would give both fighters enough time to prepare equally, while also allowing the event to remain at AT&T Stadium during the Cowboys season. Bidarian also praised Netflix and AT&T Stadium for their cooperation and flexibility. He described Paul vs. Tyson as one of the biggest cross-generational sporting events ever and promised an unforgettable worldwide boxing event on Netflix. Paul continued provoking Tyson by attacking Mike's hometown of New York City during the Sunday event. He clearly enjoyed the attention, receiving loud boos from the crowd while confidently promising that he would shock everyone when he finally shared the ring with Tyson. Tyson stayed relaxed, answering questions from ESPN analyst Ryan Clark, who moderated the press conference. During their face-off, the former heavyweight champion even playfully pushed Paul, adding a lighter moment to the growing tension. When asked why he accepted a fight with someone around 30 years younger, Tyson simply answered, "Because I can." He questioned who else could make such a matchup happen and pointed out the unusual situation of a YouTuber preparing to fight a man widely regarded as one of boxing's greatest champions. The matchup has produced serious debate among fans, especially those concerned about Tyson's age, physical condition, and declining reflexes against a much younger opponent. Those worries increased after Tyson experienced recent health difficulties, including a troubling flight incident and an ulcer flare-up. Still, Bradley Jr., now 40, sees the situation differently and believes Tyson could still pull off a victory similar to those from his greatest years. During a conversation with ProBox TV, Bradley Jr. suggested that 2-minute rounds could give Tyson enough opportunity to display his explosive power. With Tyson holding a 50-6 record, Bradley believes he could pressure Paul, who has a 10-1 record, trap him against the ropes, and attack the body with powerful combinations. While many supporters expect Tyson to win, there is also growing concern about the possibility of the former champion being knocked out. The dominant fighter of the past is now far removed from his physical prime and has dealt with problems such as sciatica, hip surgery, and the challenge of maintaining the stamina needed for professional competition. UFC star Michael Chandler has expressed similar concerns. After watching Paul's fight with Mike Perry, where Paul enjoyed a major height and weight advantage, Chandler pointed out the even larger age difference against Tyson. He explained that Tyson is close to 60 while Paul is around 30, adding that nobody wants to see Mike Tyson knocked out, although everyone would love to see Tyson land the punch that knocks Paul out. Chandler has watched Paul defeat fighters such as Nate Diaz and Ben Askren and raised the possibility that Tyson could experience the same outcome. Only the fight itself will provide the final answer. Meanwhile, Teddy Atlas remains an important part of Tyson's early development, helping shape the young fighter who eventually became a boxing icon. Despite their history, however, the 68-year-old trainer has never placed Iron Mike at the top of his list when discussing the greatest talents he has worked with. Tyson and Atlas first worked together during Tyson's early boxing years, with Atlas helping guide him between ages 12 and 15. Throughout his career, Atlas also trained notable fighters including Shannon Briggs, Tim Bradley, and Michael Moorer. Yet during an interview with The Ring, Atlas surprised many people by selecting Wilfred Benitez instead of Tyson or his other famous fighters as the most gifted talent he had worked with. Atlas compared Benitez's ability to a movie winning every award at the Academy Awards and pointed to his victory over Roberto Duran as part of an impressive resume. He described Benitez as the complete package and a truly special fighter. Tyson may remain one of the greatest champions of his era, but the biggest question now is how the aging legend will perform in his return against Paul. With the highly anticipated fight scheduled for November 15th, both men are expected to meet at a press conference on Sunday before the showdown. Tyson recently said that he feels excellent and promised to defeat Paul when they finally meet. He stated that he was excited to face Jake Paul at Fanatics Fest in New York City, saying the countdown had started again and that he felt great and was looking forward to knocking Paul out live on Netflix at AT&T Stadium in Texas. At 27, Paul sees his upcoming fight with Tyson as the fulfillment of a dream he has had for years, but he has made it clear that he will not show mercy to his childhood idol. Paul has repeatedly warned that the bout could become a nightmare for the experienced champion. After defeating Mike Perry, whom he described as an appetizer, Paul said he was ready for the main course and called fighting the biggest and baddest boxer ever a dream come true. while promising that the experience would become a nightmare for Tyson. After spending 19 years away from professional competition, Tyson's return has demonstrated his commitment to his personal goals and boxing career. Paul, by comparison, appears motivated heavily by excitement and confidence, causing some fans to question whether he is revealing too much about his mindset. With the major showdown approaching, Paul could be feeling the pressure of sharing the ring with a living boxing legend. When Tyson entered the press conference, the audience exploded with cheers, while Paul remained in place and took on a more aggressive posture. His unusually hostile mood became clear as he reacted angrily to the crowd and repeatedly told them to shut up. Paul, who openly supports former president and longtime New York resident Donald Trump, then attacked the city by describing it as a center of liberal politics and referring to its strong democratic identity. Tyson, meanwhile, absorbed the crowd's support without responding to Paul's provocations. Staying consistent with his earlier comments, Iron Mike offered a simple warning about their November meeting. He intends to treat Paul like a son and teach him a serious lesson about discipline.
I've been training for a while, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
I was asking when you get into camp.
I'm okay to fight.
But when you get into camp, like when
I'm in camp right now.
Very good, thank you.
I'm in camp right now.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. Soon as I catch this guy, 'cause it's gonna be running around, but as soon as I catch this guy, it's gonna be totally over.